I've got one that can see.
Logic before authority. Hi guys, this is Daniel Alexander Cannon here on Logic Before Authority. Did you hear the news? The Georgia Guidestones blew up last night. Yep. The news is saying that there was a blast there. They sent out a bomb squad, and they're playing this as if someone took some explosives out there, and they would have to be fairly substantial to do what was done. And yes, I'm going to show it to you. And yes, you're not going to believe what I've got to tell you. God is great. So let's take a look at the video, and I want to show you and describe something to you and bring a realization to you. Okay, you can see this here. Now I'm just going to scrub around on the video. Now what I want you to notice is one of the main pillars is destroyed. Anything from somewhat larger chunks to a bunch of tiny chunks blown way out here, right? See these pieces way out here? And you notice that this pillar is fine. This pillar is fine. And the pillar on the other side is fine. And the pillar in the center, you know, the one that you would have for sure wanted to come down if you wanted to destroy this. And then on top, the square piece that was up here, there are pieces and chunks that came off of it. Now, let's pretend for a second that I was a guy, or you were a guy, that wanted this thing gone for whatever your purposes were. Now, you would want it to come down maybe more than this, wouldn't you? We'll see the bird flying over. Looks like is that an osprey? See the bird right here? Anyways, you would think that you would want this center pillar gone along with one of the others. But what got destroyed was one pillar here, and the top pieces, it broke into a few pieces busted off of it. Now, does this look more like to you that someone intended to destroy this thing, and they come in here and they just put explosives in this one piece? And somehow this explosion of this one piece that blew everything this direction instead of in all directions, it blew this one pillar up, and then it blew a few pieces off here, and it blew this back corner right here off as well. Now, how did an explosion over here blow off pieces off the top? Unless the energy came from the top. An act of God, a lightning strike. And that's actually what I believe happened here. And I'm going to give you some evidence of that. Let me go ahead and show you a little bit more of this footage. Bring it on around. This does not look consistent to me to someone who was placing explosives on this. You see what I'm saying? Because if you wanted this thing to come down, you would have taken out this center pillar as someone putting explosives into it. But an act of God would be somewhat more random and look a lot more like this. So let's jump off of here and let's go over to here. This is a live lightning tracking map. It's a system that people have, amateurs have all these pieces, these antennas and equipment all over the country and in various different parts of the world that participate in this. And it tracks live lightning, like real live time lightning, which I could show you and I'll show you here in a minute. But what I did was I pulled up all the lightning strikes that have happened in that part of Georgia since midnight last night. Okay. And guess what? There's lightning strikes in the area. Now, I read up on the accuracy of these lightning strikes, and they can be, they're just, how would you say, close to being correct, but not accurate. They can be, a couple of miles off. And let me show you where the Georgia Guidestones are at by pulling this map. And I'm going to go back. You can see, and see this lake and these rivers here. You see I have this map kind of synced up with this one. See that? And here we have the Georgia Guidestones. And if you pull up, and I did it on my cell phone, and I may be able to do it on here, but if you pull up the actual storms from last night and look and see where they were at between 2 and 4 a.m., there was a lightning storm that popped up right in this area. And here we have all these lightning strikes right around the area, understanding that, no, there's not one that says it struck right at the Guidestones, which is right there, which is right here, right where my mouse is at. But there are lightning strikes all around. Now, the other question is, if this was going on and there were lightning popping all around the area, would someone be out there in the rain with explosives, knowing that, and there's lightning popping off around the area? Does that make sense that someone would go out in the rain with explosives? It don't to me. You would wait for a night when the weather was decent, because you don't want your explosives to get wet, for one. Got to keep your powder dry, right? So what it looks like to me is it's in fact an act of God destroyed the Georgia Guidestones. It's not 100%, but I would say, based on looking at what we were looking at with the evidence of the way it was destroyed and how it looks, see, there's cameras here and there's cameras here and here, but yet they're claiming that someone blew it up. Now, the people that put this here, would they want to admit that an act of God destroyed this? Or would they take control of the story and say, oh, someone blew it up? Yeah, that's right. They would say someone blew it up. They would not want to admit that this was an act of God. But based on the way this is broken on top and this one single pillar is destroyed, and the centerpiece that holds it all together is not destroyed, I mean, anybody with common sense would know you need to destroy the centerpiece along with at least one or more of the other pillars in order to get it to topple. So with that in mind, and the fact that it was There was a thunderstorm going on there at the time that they claimed it blew up 2 to 4 in the morning. And what were the witnesses saying? The witnesses said that it sounded like a lightning strike. That's what the witnesses said. They didn't know it was a bomb until they spotted it supposedly this morning. Someone said, hey, look at the thing's damaged. And then they went around asking, and they said it was a lightning strike. Now, why would they think it's a lightning strike? Because there was lightning in the area that night. So the people that are going to do this are going to go out in the thunderstorm and do this instead of waiting for better weather. It don't add up for me, folks. I don't know about y'all guys. This is just opinion, okay? With a bit of proof to go along with it. But yeah, it appears to me, and I'm going to go with this until I see something that proves otherwise, that our Father in heaven destroyed the Georgia Guidestones as a sign and a warning to Satan and his minions that what they're doing will not be fulfilled. And that the saints and the followers of our Father in Jesus Christ will ultimately prevail, and their plans will be dashed. I love you. Please share this video around. A lot of people would get good out of seeing this. Please hit share it around, send it as many people as you can. I love you. Our Father in heaven loves you. And don't forget that he is all powerful and can do anything. Now, how do I know that? Because I've seen it and witnessed it. And he made me and made you and made this world, didn't he? He's all powerful. And all Lucifer can do is mimic God. Mimic creation. I love you guys. Overall, this is a good day. I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye-bye.